Did Brendan Rodgers' planning go wrong? Or was it Solskjaer's brilliance? Or did Leicester's depleted squad cost them? We will find out all of that in this video. This is how they lined up at the start. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer going with a 4-2-3-1, their first choice team apart from Luke Shaw, and Brendan Rodgers going with a 3-5-2. Vardy and Iheanacho leading the line. We will look at how each manager's plans panned out in the game and find out why Manchester United won the match. Throughout the game, Man U looked to play out from the back. The two Leicester City centre forwards would look to press the two centre halves of Man U. So to avoid the press, Matic would drop in between the two centre defenders to help in the build-up play. This gave license to the fullbacks to push up higher and wider. Once in the opponent half, Manchester United were forced to go wide and attack the wings, but rather than looking for crosses from wide areas, they would look for through balls behind the mid-block of Leicester City. The mobility of the front three and Bruno Fernandes was especially important in this regard. Bruno's ability to play high-risk passes meant that if the front three made good runs, then surely they would get some good chances. Also, Pogba has a similar vision in spotting runs and playing the correct through balls. They would target the channels and run for the through balls, especially they targeted Johnny Evans and Wes Morgan because of their low pace. The James Justin did well to cope with Rashford and Martial. This was totally on point from Solskjaer, using their absolute weakness as the penalty came because of the lack of pace of Morgan and Evans lunging into late tackles and thus giving up all the hopes of Champions League. Leicester City used their three midfielders to create a compact mid-block, and also they decreased the space in between the defense and the midfield lines. This meant that creative players like Bruno and Pogba would get less space and time on the ball. This was very well thought from Brendan Rodgers. This also meant that the wide spaces were left unchecked. But when Manchester United would try to run through the wide spaces, then either of the strikers would drop and help out the defenders. Here you can see Wan-Bissaka had to pass the ball back because they overcrowded in a 3v2 situation. Kelechi Iheanacho did the same on the right hand side of the play. Leicester City would use their mid-block shape as a springboard and put balls through for Iheanacho and Vardy to run onto whenever Manchester United lost the ball in the midfield. The main attacking pattern in the first half was to look for fast counter-attacks using Vardy and Iheanacho's pace. But this wasn't the only way. They also used their wing-backs to put into crosses in dangerous areas. They especially looked to utilize Mark Albrighton's excellent crossing ability. Young Luke Thomas on the left wing back also had a similar role. Whenever Leicester City were in possession for long, Manchester United would drop into a 5-4-1 shape, with Matic dropping in between central defenders, giving more protection. But Matic also had the freedom to step out of the defense and make challenges if needed. Also, when Leicester City tried to use their wingbacks, then they would double up on their wingbacks using their side back and a wing and force a backward pass or a throw and stop them from putting in dangerous crosses. Although this was a close match, Solskjaer had a very clear plan to attack Leicester City's weaknesses. Brendan Rodgers did whatever he could do, but eventually injuries and suspensions made the real difference in the match. Thus United made sure of their Champions League status next season. Thank you for sticking to the end of the video. If you noticed anything else tactically, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and bye bye.